Hello and welcome to another installment of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of February 4th, 2015. So let's get to it because it's ginormous this week, at least for me. I'll actually pick up this stack to show you. This is all of the shit that I'm getting this week. It is insane. Like, the amount of reading I do is insane. I don't know how I do it. I have a fiance, I have 2 kids, I just don't know how I do it. Magic, that's how I fucking do it. Alright, so let's get started. Let's get right into it. Boom, go, bore, all full bore. So first up, we have American Vampire, second cycle. This is number 6. Scott Snyder's American Vampire is just a really solid book overall. I really enjoyed the title in its first inclination and now in second cycle. It doesn't come out on a regular basis because Snyder has said he works on it when he can, and it comes out. But we got a new installment of American Vampire, second cycle, number 6. So check it out. Next up, we have soon to be canceled, but I've enjoyed it for its run so far. Aquaman and the Others, number 10. Yeah, it's just fun to kind of see Aquaman not on the Justice League, kind of doing his own thing with a random group of characters that I find really, really interesting. So, yeah, but Aquaman and the Others, number 10 is out. Next up, we have an actual title that was released back in, let me check the date I wrote down, November of 12th of 2014. We actually got shorted our copies, and Ryan forgot to order it. So I finally reminded him because I randomly remembered. And so Archer and Armstrong, the 1% one-shot. So I've been wondering where Archer and Armstrong is and where I'm going to read it. So I'm going to check out the 1%. Next up, we have Batman Eternal number 44. I have awesome news. I'm all caught up. I read all 43 prior issues. Yes, feels good. I really enjoy Batman Eternal. It's been a really fun ride overall. Even though the artwork changes every few issues or every other issue, I still enjoy it. I'm really curious to see where it goes. So issue 44 is out. Next up, we have Detective Comics number 39. Detective has just been a good, solid book. It's had its up and downs, but for the most part, I enjoy it. It's a really good Bat title. If you're getting Batman, I'd suggest getting Detective. It's good. It's good. Yeah. Next up is Earth 2 number 31. With all the stuff that's going on with World's End, I'm really curious to see what unfolds in Earth 2. But if you are reading Earth 2, I highly recommend reading World's End and Future's End a little bit, because they do tie in together for some portions of the story. So yeah, Earth 2, 31. Next up, we have Earth 2 World's End number 18. Caught up on this one too, baby. Yeah. Oh, it feels good. World's End has just been a really, really great ride. It's been fantastic, especially reading the stuff that's going on Earth 2. So yeah, great fun title. Next up, we have East of West 17. This is Hickman's, post-apocalyptic. I don't know what it's a fraction United States doing what it is, but for the most part, I enjoy East of West. Some issues are better than others, but Nick was it Acosta or no Nick Dragotta? His art is just really, really amazing in this title. So next up, we have Hinterkind number 15. I've enjoyed Hinterkind. It's been a fun kind of change-up read. With Fables kind of almost done, it's nice to have a title that kind of focuses on kind of mythological or fantasy creatures and vampires and fairies and elves and all the random things. But Hinterkind, for the most part, I've really, really enjoyed. So next up, we have Imperium number 1. Doesn't appear to be a one-shot, so I haven't actually cracked it open to check. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna dive into God, what's his name? Hadra. I don't remember his name, but the villain guy from Harbinger. So yeah, curious to see where that goes. Next up is a title that Ryan Higgins is so excited for. Me myself, I'm just curious to check it out. We have Nameless by Grant Morrison with art by Chris Burnham. There's your first shot, people. Drink it up. I have no idea. There's astronauts with weird symbols on it. That's all I got. We'll see if it piques my interest to keep getting it. Next up is Peter Mulligan's The Names 6 of 9. I really enjoyed Names. It's kind of just a good, fun title. Kind of diving into the 1% and all their undermining things that they do to people and in general. But overall, I've really enjoyed The Names. So I'm looking forward to reading this next issue. Next up, we have the New 52 Futures End number 40. Caught up on this one too, yeah. Oh yeah, feels so good. Futures End. When you read it in the massive chunks, it really flows very well. But once you get caught up, it's kind of a. If you stay caught up, I think that for the most part you'll be able to jump in every week and be like, oh, okay, this is what's going on, this one's going on, this one's going on. I did have a kind of a lull in what the hell happened because I hadn't read so much, but I got caught. I picked it up. So, but Futures End, really enjoying it. So, then next up we have a wonderful title from Fiona Staples and Brian K. Vaughan. Saga number 25 hits the shelves. I love Saga. It's just a really good book overall. My fiance got me the hardcover of Saga Volume 1 for Christmas, and I think I'm just going to transfer over to reading hardcovers and not softcovers. But so you'll probably not see any more Saga trades. I'll try and let you know when those are out. But for now, single issues and hardcovers, baby. Saga 25. Next up, we have Sheltered number 14. I've enjoyed Sheltered for the most part. I think it feels really long. If I was to say anything, I think it'd be a good movie, not necessarily a good TV show series. But for the most part, I've enjoyed it, so I'm curious to see. Sorry, long day. Curious to see where this develops and see if it's coming to a conclusion. But Sheltered 14 is out. Next up, we have a book that brings me to tears right now every time I see another issue because I know the end is nigh for it. But that's Swamp Thing 39. Charles Soule's amazing work on this after Scott Snyder started it. And, just the art in this book has been amazing overall. Swamp Thing has just been a really solid title from my perspective. And overall, just period, in the New 52. But sad to see that it's going to be closing, and I know I've said that over and over again, but I'm sad, man. It sucks. So Swamp Thing 39. Then next up we have a Brubaker Epting book, Velvet, and this is number 9. I really enjoy this book. It's cool to kind of see a female spy, Bond type of spy, trying to figure out the murder of one of her spy friends or spy compatriots that she cared for deeply. But we'll see. So, then next up, Scott Snyder on the block. We have Witches number 4. If you haven't checked out Witches, and I don't know why you haven't, this book's just really cool. Art's amazing in it, and just overall really strong title. So, Witches number 4. Next up, we have Exo Man of War number 33. Like I've said before, this has been a strong title for Valiant. I really enjoy the Exo Man of War series and what they're doing with it. Right now, I think this and Unity are probably the 2 books that are really high on my Valiant list. I know some titles have kind of fallen off. The Quantum and Woody definitely has fallen off. Shadow Man, oh god, I don't even know what the hell they did with that book. But I'm really enjoying Exo Man of War, and I hope it continues to be a really good title. So that's it for my pull list. I did pick up the variants from DC for this month because it is Harley Quinn Variant month. So I was going to go over those ones real quick with you. First up is Action Comics number 39. You get the Harley Quinn Variant. So pretty. Then next up we have the Detective Comics 39 Harley Variant. Oh yeah, Batgirl's like written in blood on her chest, and she just knocked Batman out. Awesome. Grayson number 7 will had a Harley Quinn variant. Looks like she's just driving off the cliff, but she's gonna throw a bomb and shoot at him. Then we have Green Lantern 39, which is the which Harley Quinn variant, which looks like it's playing a little on the roller derby kind of stuff that she's been doing in her book. So yep. I know at the shop that we were pre-selling the Harley variant cover sets. I don't remember what the cost was, but I don't think we don't have any more of those. We sold a decent amount of them. So if you're looking for those Harley Quinn variants at your local shop, be sure to get down there and grab those because they'll probably go pretty quickly. There was a graphic novel this week that I picked up, straight to graphic novel actually. It is Superman Earth 1 Volume 3 is out. I have not yet read Teen Titans Earth 1 graphic novel. I actually pulled it off of my shelf today and took it to work along with Suicide Squad Volume 5. So hopefully I'll get a chance to read Teen Titans and Superman fairly soon. And maybe if I get some time, I'll start trying to do trade reviews, just quick trade reviews. But Superman Earth 1 Volume 3 is out. If you haven't read them, they're great. Straczynski does an amazing job on these books, and they're just really good. All right, so that's it for stuff I brought home for me, for my collection, stuff that I enjoy. So now I'm going to move on to my read list. Some of these will be repeats of the Harley variants, but for the most part, it's just the stuff I'm going to read this week. First up is Action Comics 39. The story that's been going on in here is like Smallville's like cordoned off by something, I don't know, and everyone's it's really convoluted. Lana and Steel are in it. I think it's just a book so that we can see Lana and Steel get it on. But Action Comics 39, we'll see if it keeps chucking along on my pull list or my read list. Sorry. Next up we have Angela, Asgard's Assassin number 3. I read number 2, was not very impressed. I'm giving it one more shot to see if it can redeem itself, but so far this has not been a title I've been particularly fond of. So, but we'll see if it continues to stick on the read list. Next up is a book I'm actually looking forward to from Marvel, which is a surprise, which is Ant-Man number 2. The first book was a really great number 1, solid title. Could have just been a one-shot, but I'm so glad it's not, and I'm looking forward to seeing where Ant-Man goes in this book. So we'll see. Don't know what's going to happen when Secret Wars comes around and all that Battle World stuff and the Crisis on Infinite What Ifs that Marvel's doing. But yep, we'll see if Ant-Man survives the non-reboot but cleaning house, purging canon. I don't know what Marvel's doing. I don't know. We don't know yet. I don't want to speculate, but from what they've said, it doesn't seem like the best bet. Next up is a title I'm looking really forward to reading. And Trip, if you're watching, hopefully you've gotten your copies yet to get caught up. But we have Birthright number 5. This book has just been really great art. Story is solid. I'm sorry about that. Somebody messaged me. My phone's not on silent. Just really fun title. I highly recommend it. I think the first trade should be coming out soon. But yeah, Birthright number 5. Next up we have Guardians of the Galaxy and X-Men, The Black Vortex Alpha. Black Vortex is here. It's starting, people. Something is happening with the Black Vortex. The Guardians books haven't really... They've talked about the Black Vortex, but there's not really anything substantial in the books that kind of leads me to care. So we'll see if this book actually piques my interest in what's going on in the Guardians universe. But yeah, we'll see. Who knows? It might knock me out and be like, "Damn, that's a good book." I didn't like it. Next up, we have Grayson number 7. I'm curious to see where Grayson goes. It hasn't really been a really solid storybook. It's kind of been little bits here and there, nothing really solid. So I'm hoping 7 can pull through and give us something substantial. Next up, we have Green Arrow number 39, and it looks like Arrow's facing off against the Cheetah. I've really enjoyed Arrow since Lemire took over and did his run. And who's this? This is Keysburg, Swalski something. It's fun. It's tying in aspects of the TV show, which I really enjoy. So overall, I think Green Arrow's been just a good title to read. Not anything grandiose, but just a really good title. Next up, we have Green Lantern number 39. It looks like the Guardians are gonna pass the verdict again on Hal. I don't know. After Johns' run on Green Lantern, everything's kind of just been Godhead kind of revived it a little bit for me, but not enough to care. So we'll see where the Green Lantern Hal Jordan goes after this. Next up, we have Punisher number 15. Been really enjoying Edmondson's Punisher run. It's great. It's kind of gritty, just really solid Punisher book. So looking forward to seeing what happens in this issue. Next up, we have the issue 2 of a book that came out, and I was really surprised. I really enjoyed, which is Star Wars number 2 is out. Spoiler alert: apparently, Han Solo is supposed to drive an AT-AT in this issue. I am looking forward to seeing that. So we'll see. I actually bumped into Chris Noyes, who is on the Geek Box occasionally, and he's been on, I think he's been on the Comic Conspiracy. I do believe. I don't remember. There's so many people we have on. But he said that in the end of the last issue of Star Wars issue 1, Vader and Luke are about to meet each other, and that's kind of awkward because it's between the movies or something, or it's not. They haven't met yet. I don't know. Something seems off with the might be off with the canon. I don't know. It could just be it's overthinking, but we'll see. So Star Wars number 2 is out, so I'm looking forward to that. Next up is Superman 38, which apparently he gets powers in this book. A new one. Okay. Johns' run on this book has not been Johns' best work. I would not recommend this to people to read as something for you to enjoy Superman. Ryan Higgins told me that there's something on the last page or something that might be significant in this issue, but for the most part, I'm going to have a tough time reading through it because it's John Romita Jr. artwork. So, yeah, we'll see where this takes us and what new powers Superman has. Woo! Last up on the pull list is Wolf Moon number 3 of 6. This title from Vertigo actually really surprised me at how much I enjoyed it. It's this guy who was possessed by the werewolf spirit and survived it is now trying to hunt this creature and kill it before it can destroy other people's lives. So Wolf Moon number 3, really cool stuff. There are 2 books that I didn't grab today. One was Cowl number 8. I know I'm behind on Cowl, but I enjoyed it enough that I like at least letting you know that it came out. Another title that came out was Lobo number 5. I missed issue number 4 and getting a chance to read that, so don't know if I'm going to keep reading it, but it was interesting enough for me to want to check out. So that's it for the pull list. My ginormous fucking week. It's just ridiculous how these weeks stack up. And 1 week you'll have nothing, and then the next week you'll have this huge stack, and I'm amazed at how much I actually get through reading wise week to week. So I got a lot to get to, so I'm going to wrap this up so I can at least go to bed. Thank you again for watching. Please like, share, subscribe to this channel. You can catch me on the Comic Conspiracy at www.geekbox.net, where we also have the Geekbox podcast, Good Job Brain, and the comedy button. You can check all those out there. You can help support the Comic Conspiracy, the podcast I'm on, by going to Patreon / I think The Comic Conspiracy, or you can just search on Patreon for The Comic Conspiracy Podcast. But for as little as $1 a month, you can, help us make a wonderful podcast and help support, us and just getting you stuff, info, and all that stuff. If you want, you can go to comicsconspiracy.biz, click on the digital link, and then I'll take you to the Comixology storefront, where you can buy comics digitally. If you're checking this out on my blog at conspiratorbrock.com, there's a list below the video that has all the titles that I picked up on my pull list and my read list, and links to the digital versions of those, and also at least for the graphic novels, and Amazon, so you can click on that and go purchase through Amazon, and I get a little bit. Thank you if you do that. Other than that, it's been a really interesting day. I had a job interview today for a position at the school district I work at, so we'll see how that goes. I'm hopeful that I get a new position or a new, better paying job, but we'll see. So, fingers crossed, people. Put the good vibes out there for me. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter. My handle's @BrockSager, and I think that's about it. Am I forgetting anything? I tweeted earlier for questions on Twitter if you wanted me to answer them. I don't think anybody replied. I'm double checking real quick. Yeah, no, nobody sent questions. If you want to ask questions, go for it. I'll try and answer them here. If I start getting enough questions, then I might do separate videos to answer those questions. But for the most part, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.